anyways.
I know you kind of shied away from the limelight for a little bit, but now that it's here, I mean, this is massive. What does it feel like?
It's refreshing, actually, to like have gone that period without it and then have all of this support here. It's like really motivating me. I feel like I have a ton of energy. I'm super excited for Saturday, and I don't know how to like put it into words. Like I just want to jump around and like yay! Like I'm just so excited about it. I'm pumped to be here. You know, this is an opportunity I can never take for granted. Like after having the title shot taken from me, like I am fully enjoying this moment. I'm so ready to get in there Saturday and get this done.
Miesha, you guys are in the title fight. The main event, you think, rather than the corner?
Well, you know what? The thing is that Conor's still a champion. He's still the champion, and even though it's not for a title fight, he trained for five rounds, and I'm okay with it because I think that our fight wouldn't be getting as much publicity if it wasn't for Conor anyways. So I'm fine with it, and that fight's going to be an amazing fight, something I'm really looking forward to, so, you know, I'm okay with it.
Miesha, you talked about having the title fight taken away from you. There's kind of a story leading up to this. You had your battles and you did the media stuff, but now you're sitting here with another title shot. What did you learn from this whole experience, and how were you a changed fighter and a changed person, I guess?
I'm just more appreciative, you know. It's not every day you get a title shot, you know. I'm one in 2 women in the whole world that's fighting Saturday night for the biggest promotion in the UFC and MMA, and man, it's like, how could you take that for granted? You know, I just have a whole new appreciation, a whole new perspective, and I understand like this is a big opportunity for me.
Speaking of appreciation, does it kind of feel like your last shot because you've been in this purgatory before? Does this feel like a do or die for Miesha Tate?
Yeah, in a way, you know, there's no guarantees that I'll ever get another title shot at this point, you know, so it's like, it is a do or die. It's like March 5th is my date. It's the only date that matters to me. Nothing comes after that. It's all my focus, and it's just tunneling in. It's like this funnel vision, and I'm feeling super energetic but super focused, so I've never felt better leading into a fight.
Now, you've been in some big fights before, obviously the 2 Ronda fights, and you're a veteran of the sport. How does this one feel different? McGregor, a new champion at home, how does this feel different for you?
It's very lighthearted, you know. It's like Conor's hilarious, so he obviously keeps things really lighthearted. I'm always laughing whenever we're engaged in something like that. And now that we have Nate in there, it's funny because like we have those 2 flipping each other off, and then Holly and I are like making each other friendship bracelets. So
quite a bit of a contrast to your last championship opponent.
Yeah, a bit of a contrast to say the least. So I mean, we're having a good time with it. I'm taking it all in, and man, I feel like I'm harnessing my inner beast, like with all this positive energy and feeling so good. It's like, man, I just can't wait to flip that switch. It's like usually the happier I am going to a camp, the more vicious I am when it push comes to shove.
You and Holly recently filmed a movie together. Did you form a friendship
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not like a super close bond. We didn't like, you know, plan any tea parties afterwards, but no, she was super sweet, super nice. I have nothing but great things to say about her, but I mean, everyone's kind of wondering like, oh, if you like someone, does that make it harder to fight them? Absolutely not. I didn't get into this sport because I wanted to fight people I hate. I got into this sport because I wanted to fight the best in the world. That's all the motivation I need. She's the champion, she's the best in the world, and I've got to try to take that from her. So my focus is that, and that's what it is.
When you envision this fight, how does it play out? What round are you winning?
Man, it's hard because I've envisioned this fight so many different ways. Like, I've envisioned myself knocking her out. I've envisioned myself like kicking her to the body and finishing her. I mean, I've envisioned the craziest things, and the only common denominator is that I'm always the winner. You know, and I enjoy that. I absorb that, and I'm ready for that. But no, I can't give any specific fight predictions because you never know. That's the awesome thing about MMA. You don't know how it's going to go exactly, but I can promise you I'll win on Saturday. That's about all I know.
A few months ago, you were pretty down because you didn't get the title that was promised to you. How low did you actually get? Was it a pretty dark place at that point?
Yeah, it was really sad. Man, yeah, it's been quite character forging. I'll put it that way. You know, it was pretty disheartening and pretty hard to get through, but the thing is that I realize now in this moment that those lows are there so that the highs are better. And I'm just have a different outlook on this opportunity here, that the fact that I thought I was going to get it before and it was taken, and like now here it is, like, man, I got to make the most of it, and I got to be thankful for this.
Is it vindication? Do you feel vindicated in a way, in a sense?
Yeah, vindication, definitely. I feel like this was exactly how it was meant to play out, and I just didn't see that before. I didn't know how the future was going to go, so I was kind of in that moment. And then when Holly knocked out Ronda, it was like, well, this is exactly what was meant to happen. So I think people are much more interested in seeing this fight with Holly and I at this point. And after I beat Holly, and it would make a lot more sense for me to fight Ronda again. So it works out better.
Miesha, what's
I mean, I have to think that her ground game is probably her biggest weakness, but I don't know because nobody's really like been able to take it there. So we'll find out on Saturday. I think that Holly's chin might be a little bit suspect too. I have seen her wobbled a couple times from some punches that didn't look like they were anything more than I could deliver. That's for sure. So I think that's a little bit questionable too. The thing is, she has great head movement and great footwork. So landing a solid right hand, I think, could definitely put her down, but I got to put it in the right place at the right time.